Hey there traders, welcome to this New York session market review for the ICT Silver Bullet hour. Today is June the 5th, 2023, and we're going to take a look at the US500 indice just to see how things played out in this session. So on the chart you can see I've marked out some levels already. Things that are of note today. We've taken Friday's high already. So before the Silver Bullet hour has started, we've pumped and taken the high. And we are closing back inside the range. We can see that through today we've been quite bullish. So London took out Asia highs and continued to rally higher. New York has taken out the London highs and appears to be rallying higher. What's drawing my eye is this new week opening gap. So that's this week's opening gap, which after London we pulled back inside that and created relative equal lows on the 15-minute chart. On the calendar today we have PMI news in US, which is coming at 10 AM. So we don't want to be taking anything until after the news has played out. What I'm watching as the news is going to play out is these equal highs here for the buy side and these equal lows inside the new week opening gap for the sell side. We can see we do have an unfilled fair value gap here where the 50% has been respected, so this could act as support if we do get a pullback down here. And then obviously we have the sell side from London and from Asia as well if the news is particularly bad and they decide to drive the price really low. So let's jump onto the 1 minute chart now and see how this plays out. So I don't really have a bias coming into this because of the news, so I just want to see what they do with the news and then look for a setup after that. So this is just as the news just about to drop. Massive candle. So we've taken the high. I'll leave this for a few minutes now just to see how things play out. So we've not left any fair value gaps, any bearish fair value gaps to speak of yet. We'll just fill in the bullish fair value gaps up. Still no fair value gaps. So obviously because we've taken this high, which was the kind of relative equal highs on the 15-minute chart, it looks like we're probably going for the low. Okay, so we have taken the low now. There was no way to get an entry down here, no fair value gaps left, so we couldn't get short at this point. And now we've taken liquidity. We're looking at what happens at the new week opening gap, what happens at the London swing low and the midnight open as well. And again, what I usually do in these situations, once we've taken liquidity in the Silver Bullet hour, I revert to the 2022 model. So I'll be looking for a break of structure with fair value gap for an entry. And then obviously the preference for myself is going to be a balanced price range entry if we can get one. So there's a break of structure. Relative equal lows there. That's our swing high. No fair value gap. So our new swing high is here. So this is the one that we're going to be looking for as a break of structure. Looking for that to get taken with a fair value gap. Nothing there. It's just kind of consolidating at the moment. Okay, so that's a nice strong reaction. Good bullish reaction there. We've broken over we've taken this liquidity, and we've taken our original marked out break of structure. We've left a fair value gap. So this I would look at as a long entry. 5 handles stop loss, which is nice because that's just below the low, and 5 handle take profit. Let's see what happens here. So we're straight into the trade. Nice reaction straight out, respecting that fair value gap. Back a little bit, still respecting the fair value gap. Good solid reaction there. Back into that fair value gap. Taking longer than we would like, however we can see that this fair value gap's holding up really nicely at the moment. Okay, so we've created another bullish fair value gap here, which is a good sign, and a volume imbalance as well. And we've just hit profit there. So that was a really nice entry based on the 2022 mentorship. In the trade for slightly longer than I would like. What were we in for? 35 to 46. No, it's only just over 10 minutes. So I'd like to be in and out of the trade within 10 minutes. So this would definitely fall within that category. I would have been break even at 10 minutes, which was at 45. So if I'd gone breaking even, obviously we haven't come back. Now the ultimate target would be taking the new buy side liquidity created on the news, and then obviously we have higher liquidity just above us as well. So let's just see. I know a lot of people look at 2 to 1s. So let's just see if we can get up to the 2 to 1 at least, which would give us the wick. That looks like about 50% of that wick. Yeah, so you could get a consequent encroachment of the wick maybe. So I would have already been closed out in full here. Just take the straight 5 handles and I'm done. Definitely don't enjoy holding over these longer periods. It does look like we're consolidating. One thing to note this week is obviously we've got PMI today. It's nothing tomorrow, but then I believe later on in the week we've got a few more news releases, so we could end up with some consolidation in the first part of the week. So I would suggest if you hadn't taken profit at the 5 handles like I had, by this point I would definitely be looking to close this consolidation here. 3 pushes up and failing, I would want to be out. It's getting closer. Oh, is that taking it? So it would have paid off to be braver than me. You would have just got your 2 to 1. See if we can get consequent encroachment of that wick. We're coming up to the lunch hour now, so we're about up to live time here as I'm recording this. So again, we've just taken that high. And that's where we're at the moment. Took the high, pulling back again. So it's not very volatile price action. We are slowly grinding upwards as it stands. There was a potential 2 to 1 risk reward on that one if you wanted to hold for that length of time. As I say, I would have just taken that 11 minutes I'd have been out of that one, taken my profits. So I hope that was useful. Hope you can see how I would approach that when we've got news on the calendar. So I hope you liked the video. Please leave any comments down below. Like and subscribe if you want to see more market reviews like this one. And I'll be back tomorrow with the London session review. Thanks guys, I'll see you soon.